What's goody? Welcome back to Hoops Exclusive. It's your boy Jay. Hit that subscribe button and that like button if you are liking our content to help us jumpstart this channel. I'm heaps excited to start this channel and talk basketball with you guys. We have an update on the Ben Simmons drama over there in Philadelphia. Joe Dumas from Bleacher Report reports that Ben Simmons has pretty much cut all ties with the Philadelphia 76ers organization. He's pretty much ghosted him. He hasn't returned any calls from Joel Embiid, and pretty much all communication with the Philadelphia 76ers is coming from his agent, Rich Paul from Clutch. And there's rumors that he wants his preferred trade destination is a California team, and he wouldn't mind joining the Warriors. Well, it looks like things are a shitstorm over there in Philadelphia. And, Ben Simmons is probably going to get traded before the season. But the thing is, the Philadelphia 76ers are asking for the bag for him. They're after 4 first-round picks, something similar to the James Harden trade. It's been well documented that they want something like this. And the thing is, Ben Simmons, in the eyes of other teams, he's not as good as James Harden. I mean, defensively, he's one of the best defenders in the league. There's no doubt about that. But when you have an ego like Ben Simmons, coming out of college in Australia, if you don't know, I'm Australian. He was the next big thing in Australia. But the thing that, people are starting to realise is that his ego is just too big for what he is in the league right now. He doesn't have a team mentality. There's rumours around that his circle, pretty much babies him and is a bit of a prima donna. And you can see that on the court. There's been years now where he hasn't, even tried to shoot. And he can shoot. You've seen him in the warm-ups and stuff before games. He knocks threes down pretty easily. But the fact that, he just doesn't try to shoot and doesn't try to make his team better is a real problem. And you've seen cats like Westbrook and Giannis who can't shoot either. But the fact is, they try to shoot. And that's the difference. They're not, that egotistic that they're not going to shoot the ball and not going to hurt their team. They're trying to better themselves. They're trying to shoot, and they may not be the best shooters, but at least they're out there trying, whereas Ben Simmons will step out there and, teams will just leave him at the three-point line, and he just won't shoot. I don't know what it is, whether he thinks he's too good to shoot threes, but for his game to take it to the next level, he's got to start putting his team first. And that starts with shooting because, if you're that much of a liability, teams are just going to sag off you and double team. Cats like Joel Embiid. I mean, imagine if Ben Simmons could shoot, on a regular basis or even attempt to shoot. Keep the defense second guessing whether you're going to shoot or not. It's not about knocking down threes. It's about, having the defense on their toes and second guessing whether you're going to shoot or not, because that allows more space for your other shooters. And when you got a cat like Seth Curry right next to you, who can knock down shots, they're going to be double guessing whether they need to, lay off Seth Curry, and then Simmons can draw the double team, flick it out to Steph Curry, and bang, knockdown shooter of 40% over his career. And then you have cats like Joel Embiid, who's constantly getting double teamed because Ben Simmons, just isn't an offensive threat from the three-point line. And imagine if he could shoot, how much more space Joel Embiid could have. So, when you have an ego the size of Ben Simmons, it really hurts your team. And you've seen the Philadelphia 76ers go on these playoff runs, but when the moment counts, Ben Simmons, just goes to shit. And you've seen it in the last quarter against in that Atlanta series where he just, wasn't a factor at all on the offensive side. And you saw Doc Rivers take him out multiple times on the offensive end and then sub him back in for the defense. So, Ben Simmons in Philadelphia, it's looking really bad. And the fact that he's not even talking to, Philly, a place that, really tried to work with him, tried all they could to get him to shoot, and he just wouldn't listen. I don't know what it is, whether he's got a mind frame of, our team's going to be better if I don't shoot and whatnot, but it's really not, that case. And it's shown multiple years with Philadelphia's come back, the same team, doing the same things, trusting in Ben Simmons that he'll change, and he's just not changing. I don't know what it is. So he really needs to go to another team, I think, and Philadelphia really needs to move on, because right now, if you're cutting communication, it's just not going to work out in the end. And I just think both teams will be better separate, and I think you'll find that with all this drama going on, Philadelphia will drop their asking price for Ben Simmons, and teams will become interested. I think if you got teams like the Portland Trail Blazers, they really need to make a decision here, because that duo of McCollum and Lillard, it's just not working out. I mean, they're good players, but they're isolation players, and I think they really need to switch things up over there. So whether they make a trade for CJ McCollum, whether Damian Lillard even really wants to stay at the Portland Trail Blazers, but I think, him asking for the Warriors does make sense, because I think that would be the best fit for him. I know Stephen A. Smith talked about if he went to the Warriors, they'd be a massive threat, and I believe so too. It's just a matter of, does Klay Thompson come back as the same player? But if you put, a defender and a playmaker alongside, cats like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. I mean, imagine that two-headed monster at the defensive end, Draymond Green and Ben Simmons, can switch on pretty much anyone, and then you have the shooting display of the Splash Bros. I mean, that's championship written all over it right there. But they went with their draft picks. I'm not sure whether they were involved in talks with Ben Simmons, but they ended up picking up Kuminga, and I think that Mosley dude, is his name Mosley? Something like that. Another guard that they like. So, yes, tough times for Philadelphia fans. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not they pull the trigger on Ben Simmons before the trade deadline, or, what their asking price gets to now. Because, if you bring Simmons back into, the off-season and they start getting into the gym, things are going to get awkward. Some tempers are going to flare, and I just don't think it's the best fit for Ben Simmons. I think for his career, he really needs to get out of Philadelphia, and the Philadelphia 76ers really need to move on from Ben Simmons. And because I think his ceiling is honestly a superstar in this league. I've always said it to my mates and stuff that Ben Simmons is a jump shot away from being the next LeBron James in this league, and that's no lie. I mean, he has the complete package. His IQ is off the charts in terms of playmaking. Defensive beast, can switch 1 to 5, and that's very rare in the league at the moment. He just needs to work on that shooting and work on that confidence. I mean, to make his team better and really gel and build that camaraderie with his next team, whether it be the Philadelphia 76ers or another team. But that's my original thoughts on the Ben Simmons situation at the moment. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and hit that subscribe button and like button if you are liking our content on this channel. It's been your boy Jay from Hoops Exclusive, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.